Hey, welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. Thank you for joining me. Now, I wasn't going to make a video this week. I was going to take the rest of the week off and come back in the new year. But some things have come up, and I guess it's time to talk. Now, we've been trying to get the stimulus bill through, trying to get Congress to pass it for the last, since May. Finally, they passed one. Donald Trump then says he doesn't support it and says checks need to be $2,000, not $600. I think most people can agree, even Republicans, that $600 is nothing. It doesn't help anybody for very long. It would be helpful for me because I don't need that much right now. But it would be helpful to be able to cover rent. But $2,000 would go a lot further to help people. Even Donald Trump sees that. Most Republicans see that. 44 Republicans sided with the Democrats in the House. I believe it was 275 yes votes. And everybody else voted no. But a good number of people from both parties worked together to pass an increase in the COVID checks. The House passed it, and it went to the Senate today. You would have thought, well, this is going to be easy to get done, right? Because Donald Trump, the leader of the Republican Party, the president of the United States, said that he wants the checks to be $2,000. I mean, in the meantime, at least Donald Trump did decide to sign the other relief bill. This was just supposed to be an amendment to it to increase the checks from $600 to $2,000. Most economists will tell you that even $2,000 isn't enough to make Americans whole, to make Americans be able to get back on their feet. 2020 has been a terrible year. It's been terrible for people economically, health-wise. Many people have lost family members to this terrible virus. We're asking businesses to stay closed and people to stay home. We've been doing that for a long time now. If we're going to continue to expect businesses to be closed, we're going to have to help these businesses. And I'm not talking your big stores like Walmart or something. I'm talking your local small businesses. They're the ones that need help. They're the backbones of this country, not Walmart, not Amazon. And it seems the Democrats are still fighting for it. Bernie Sanders said he will hold up the NDAA recertification next week, or tomorrow, actually. It was vetoed by Donald Trump. The override was supposed to take place tomorrow. And Bernie Sanders says he will try to do his best to block it until they pass this. They bring this other one at least to the floor for a vote. But Mitch McConnell is the only person holding this up. Even Lindsey Graham of all people, is saying the $2,000 checks is the way to go. That he would support it. That he would vote yes. And a number of other Republicans. You only need like five or six Republicans to pass this thing. And Mitch McConnell knows that those 5 Republicans are there to vote for it. That's why he blocked it today. That's why he wouldn't let the vote come to the floor. And why? Why? It's obvious. The reason that this is going on, the reason that Mitch McConnell blocked this, is because he's mad that Trump decided not to sign the other one. They're just petulant children, playing having a feud. And you and I are stuck in the middle. How is that fair to the American people? We already know Mitch McConnell is bought and sold. We already know that he is bought by the Russians. We know that he is bought by the big corporations. But you know what's screwed up? Is if the American people don't have money to spend at those big corporations, think about it. What happens to those corporations when you and I can't buy their products anymore? They close, and they close forever. Now, I'm glad that the original bill got signed, that people will start getting help, but because of the delay, it could be 3 or 4 weeks for some people to get their unemployment checks back. But it's not right. There's no reason in the world, in this country, that Americans should have to suffer because of one individual. Mitch McConnell is a terrible person, a terrible human being. The fact that the people in Kentucky voted him to be in Congress again, as much as he's hurting those people in Kentucky, it's insane. It's yet another bit of proof that there was no rigging of the 2020 election. Because if there had been, we would have got rid of him. Do you think anybody rigging an election would keep Mitch McConnell if they're a Democrat in power? No. Unfortunately, though, this is where we sit. We sit at the end of 2020. Millions of Americans could be losing their homes. Granted, there's some protections in the new CARES Act, but they're not as strong as they were back in May, or March or April and May. It's only extended the eviction moratorium and the foreclosure moratorium until January 31st. How does that help anybody? What, it gives them 30 more days to decide whether or not they're going to have to live in a van? Live on the side of the street? Or otherwise find new housing? That's what we're down to, people. The Republican Party does not care. Now, I have my problems with the Democrats as well. They're spineless. They generally have no backbone. But the Democrats have been standing strong for $1,200 to $2,000 all summer, all until now, and they're still pushing for it. I suggest if you're in Kentucky that you call your esteemed Senator Mitch McConnell. Email him or whatever. Direct tweet him. And let him know how dissatisfied you are by the fact that he refused to bring this to the floor. Let him know. And everybody else out there, if you can, make contact with your local senators, Republicans and Democrats, and demand a vote. If nothing else, if we don't do anything else, it's going to lead to riots. It's going to lead to lots of problems and lots of violence. And I don't want to see it. But anyways, this has been the Big Rant Show. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a happy new year. Enjoy your holiday. And I'll see you back after the first of the year. All right.